This poem is the one that everybody's been waiting for, alright? I apologize for the delay, but here it is. It's called Lessons from My Ex-Girlfriend. As you're sitting there, phone in hand, scrolling through your accounts or watching this video on YouTube, I need you to pay attention so that you know which place you fall in. The tragedies I wrote were sins that could not be repented until I learned my lesson from each. In the pew of this mosque, I found myself wondering, daydreaming, thinking, what if it could have worked out? I wish I could have told you how I felt. I wish things could have been different. I wasn't brave enough to tell you in person, so I recorded this. I feel like a junkie in rehab, standing in the circle, confessing myself to Alcoholics Anonymous because countless voicemails had been given, but no phone call had been returned. To the first one. You taught me about love. We were two puppies in the playpen. We had more history than the rest because we met in middle school. I was attracted to the way that your hair used to curl down the side of your face. In high school, it was a maze that I needed to escape out of to get to my prize. It wasn't that I gave up on you. It was that I just got tired of chasing the fairy tale princess into Neverland. I wish I could have caught you in a jar and gave you a bell that would tink whenever you needed me. If you're wondering why we don't speak anymore, it's because I'm still waiting for that guitar that you promised. I hope that you remember all that within the conversations that we had. I'll be waiting, Nana. To the second one. I learned the true definition of nice guys finish last. You were the one that I spent the least amount of time with, but I observed much from your train of thought. You were the one that saw the golden seed that could blossom into a tree, even though it was born in a rotten apple. I was convinced that being devilish would cause you to stay, but I was wrong. I feel that it's my fault you and Roxana fell out because you took the side of a losing battle. I'll never be that guy again. So your wish is fulfilled. Congratulations on the degree, and I hope that your daughter's doing well. To the third one. I learned the difference in races didn't matter. So I started calling you Chula, and your family adored the thought of a guy coming in and sweeping the queen off their feet. I was intoxicated with the toxins of your complexion that it gave off. I was addicted, a fiend in the night. I played our summertime anthem whenever I missed you. 5.5 and boys, asses off the hook. Cinderella's about to lose the glass off her foot. And when I find it, that's when I found you. And we gonna do the things we never got the time to. Better late than never, but never late is better. They tell me time is money, but we'll spend it together. And I sound like a broken record whenever I paint your pictures in these poems. I was afraid that our cleavages would cause conflict, cumulative commotion, but I was crazy. You are right, I can be impulsive. I apologize for not going to your graduation. I promise I'll still get you those Ray-Bans that you wanted. I hope Stefan and Lil Raymond grow up to be gentlemen. I know they'll be great. To the fourth. I learned that time is the biggest indicator of wisdom, which you had me beat by 4 years, but even then I still competed. I was amazed by the non-fiction horror stories that you used to tell me about your past. You were my girlfriend without the title, and I dedicated 2 poems in your name. But it wasn't because I was in love, it was the resiliency that you had towards hard times that kept me around. You have faith in yourself, even though you didn't believe in a God. I needed you to stop being negative. It wasn't you on your own, it was me and you, and I kept on praying for you every single night, and I still am. I hope that you can forgive your family for all the hard times that they failed you in the past. At least you made it to a 3rd poem. Hopefully Duke accepts you into the next semester. To the 5th one. You taught me the most important about life. If you really love someone, you'll stay by their side no matter what. With your unique name, Fuises mi muñequita, and even from far away, I could feel your heart thumping late at night whenever you used to think about me. There was a civil war between your parents and I, and you were my best soldier. The soap opera that we were in, I was fighting against them, and you were my biggest fan. The battle was almost over until a new weapon was introduced and was called commitment. And as you can see, I've been running away from my problems rather than standing and taking a stone to the face. It wasn't that picture on the network, I just needed an excuse to break away. You loved me unconditionally, our priorities were opposite. I was your first and you were my last, metaphorically and literally speaking. I was a traveling poet, strumming a guitar, roses in hand, drinking from a bottle, serenading you with the thoughts that I could take you home with me. The moon was our spotlight and we danced. My mask came off, your tuxedo. My tuxedo was covered with your makeup, eyes bleeding, mascara, red from crying, broken nails, clutching a cheap photo album with pictures throughout our relationship. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, if that's the case, this photo album was worth 60 grand. I stole your heart, so to get back at me, you took my conscience and stayed in it. It motivated 17 poems, 267 tweets, and 42 phone calls, most of which were never returned. I wish I could turn back the hands of time, because I still miss the scent of your body trickling across mine during the summertime. You have the longest piece in my poem, possibly because you got persistent potential. I was taught that proper preparation prevented piss poor performance. If that was the case, why couldn't I do it with you? I'm a lost cause with the love letter, searching for a ship that has long set sail. I miss you. Teach Brian how to cook and show Junior how to take care of the little one. Do not have bitter feelings towards the next. Take what you learned from me and become better. Remember that I believe in you. The only part is that I regret that you won't click on this video and see what I've done. As for the rest of you, I know you're still the same. My phone number hasn't changed. I hope y'all don't either.